What is up, everybody? Welcome back to Mass Effect Andromeda, episode number 11 of the GamerKnoobPlays. Let's keep exploring Prodromos, our first colony. Pretty proud of myself for making this happen.
Hello, Pathfinder.
Hello, supply officer.
Hello, Kim Connor. Supplies, trade, procurement. Anything you need, I can provide. Though I hear you've got Vetra Nix keeping you well stocked.
You know Vetra?
I worked with her on the Nexus in those days of chaos. But I need ground under my feet, and soon hopefully trade will flourish on Eos.
Is Eos trading with any new partners?
Right now, just the Nexus, but I have contracts with Wildcat salvages and independent miners. There will be more.
Does the outpost have everything it needs?
The Nexus furnished us with the basics, but that isn't enough for a home. Providing the rest is my responsibility. The labs can't work without good logistics. They'll have it.
You said you know Vetra. What's she really like?
Ah, Vetra. You're lucky to have her. Few weathered the mutiny on the Nexus as gracefully. The mutineers tried to convince her to join them. She refused, yet many of them are still her contacts and allies. If Vetra Nix has advice for you, I'd listen.
So how did you end up here, Connor?
Me? You're the Grand Explorer. I fill out requisition forms.
Really? Everyone here has some kind of story.
I left mine back home. Or... Still... Ask me another time.
See you later.
Be well. Come back again.
What you running from, Kim? What are you running from? Yeah, I'll be there. Don't worry. I just gotta check out things in here, you know? What container? Always like containers. Alright. Who wanted a word with me? Jacob. After my terminal. Alright, Jacob. What's going on?
Pathfinder. Jacob Mitney, Research and Development. My team's just getting set up here, but we've made a discovery you might want to check out.
All ears.
We've put together a blueprint for augmenting your armor plating. Uploading it now. If you can collect the necessary resources from around Eos, it should work.
Sounds useful. Good thinking, Mitney.
This could form the basis for armor production across the initiative. Scrounge safely, Pathfinder.
Thanks, buddy. Craft the Pathfinder chest piece. Maybe. Maybe not. I don't know. Is this one mine? This one's mine, yep. The Nomad cannot be called in here. Well, I wonder why. Anybody have a guess? No? No guesses on why it couldn't be called in there? Me neither. They got a bridge. At least it's not really a bridge. Hi! Take off. Take me with you. Is it gonna do it? Oh my god. Okay, well. Didn't work out as planned. Maybe I could have stayed on it. Maybe. Probably, honestly. Man, the game's running a lot worse now. I don't know why, but it is. This is R&D. Yeah, it is. So it wants me to develop the Pathfinder armor. But I like my current armor. Or did it want me to research the Pathfinder armor? I don't know. All I know is I like my XP boost. Speaking of XP boosts, I forgot we were leveling up. We were getting our tech, and we wanted to do tactical cloak. That's right. Recharge speed and duration, please. And thank you. Unlock the engineer profile is not rank 1. Oh, that's nice. Infiltrator is, I'm assuming, combat, and yeah, I'm assuming. 5 points for Cora. Should be able to get her next thing. Power damage and reinforcements, gun damage and melee damage bonus. And Liam. Your frag grenade, concussion, direct hit and force. Take concussion. Alright, let's keep looking around. Sure we haven't found everything yet. Considering there's a quest in here for us. Please help. This is the only way I get. Oh.
Someone left.
It's the only way I can get word out before someone gets killed. My work crew, they keep talking about the remnant tech. They think the initiative's lying about how dangerous it is, that a couple of electrodes in the right place could get the remnant to work for them. Instead, they tried before, and I helped out in medbay when the remnant observers carved up Barty. But Jennings said we could live like kings if we had an army of remnant bots working and fighting for us. He's taking the whole work crew to help him this time. I have to go with him, so maybe I can talk Jennings out of it, but if I can't, someone should know why we didn't come back. So the warning looks like the work crew thinks they can take control of
That's
remnants.
a recipe for trouble.
Work crew rosters are posted publicly.
The datapad mentioned medbay. A little work, we could find where to catch up with them.
Yeah, we should probably do that. That's why I'm tracking it. So it definitely was looks like a water purifier, like what our guess was at the other place. And this one isn't all bent and stuff, like the last one. Well, nobody wants a little hovel to themselves over here? A little, like, nice way down into the lake there? A little fishing spot? No? No? Okay. Maybe later when it's more developed. Maybe. I wish you could jetpack, like, forward. Maybe, like, if that was, like, a skill, like, you could just, like, double tap it and you could jetpack forward. You can kind of, like... If you're running at an... If you do it at an angle, you can kind of get, like, a weird launch forward, it seems. I'm not 100% it's faster, but it feels faster. That definitely feels faster. Alright, what's up, everybody? I don't think I've been to this one quite yet. Oh, well, fine. Didn't want to go to that one anyway. Didn't want to go to that one anyway. What, nothing downstairs on this one? I beg to differ. Looks like there's a room down there. Fine, we'll go upstairs first, whatever. It's cool.
Ryder. August said you might swing by. Ryder, yes? Dr. Ramirez. Run the clinic here on Eos. Much better than life as an Alliance medic.
Good to meet you.
I'll guess you're not here for a checkup. How can I help you?
What do you think of Bradley?
I've known him for years. I was the squad medic when he was injured, and we kept in touch after his discharge. He's a smart fellow, a good lieutenant, but a better mayor. And it bugs him when I call him August. So I restrict myself to 2-3 times a day.
Why did you join the Andromeda Initiative?
I served in the Alliance as a medic, but let's say I saw one Batarian slave raid too many. I knew August, Bradley, and when he signed on to the initiative, he suggested I consider it. This seemed like a better frontier.
What's the latest from your clinic?
Usual checkups for first-in colonists. Plus a few cases of dehydration and some blindness. Nothing serious.
What's it like living in our first successful outpost?
It's early days, but promising. Everyone pitches in, everyone matters. We know we'll make this work.
I'll leave you to it.
Come back anytime. Preferably unhurt.
Agreed. I need you to kind of scooch out my way there, Doc.
This definitely treated wounds caused by a remnant. That datapad said the work crew tried to control them.
Sand particles were removed from the wound. Analyzing. The sand may be from several locations. I need more data to form a conclusion.
Carson, Mr. Joseph, find it troubling that you think I could be swayed from my duty by an offer of credits. I understand Victor Carson is a friend of yours, but that's hardly an adequate reason to release him from the cryostasis and send him to Prodromos. Beyond that, from what I hear, you two are disaster waiting to happen. I know all about the prank you and Mr. Carson pulled on Everett before the journey to Helios. Victor Carson will be released from stasis when I see fit and assigned to an outpost that best suits his skill set, and if I hear you've gone over my head and spoken to Addison about this, you'll have me to answer to, Administrator Brecca. Ooh. On details. On examination, no organic underlying cause apparently suffered a mechanical failure when coming out of stasis that locked her in the pod. Clearly a psychosomatic case, but symptoms oh god, sorry. Symptoms are acute. Prescribed tetravoxin and VR post-stasis therapy. Next appointment in 2 weeks. Personalized. I'm seeing several cases of post-stasis anxiety and other related conditions. The techies solved a lot of physical effects of long-term stasis, but we're clearly seeing the psychological effects run a lot deeper. People just aren't designed to be turned off for too long. Just talk with Hanley about long-term research initiative, or first for a lot of things. Patients lost grip and fell during maintenance work on the roof. Jump jets failed the fire. Compound fractures to right leg. Severe sprains to left ankle. Patient showed an allergic reaction to anesthetic, so I borrowed August and a couple engineers to hold 076 down while I set the legs. Application of foam cast and appropriate analgesia followed. Noisy day, but hopefully an object lesson to the rest of the outpost about jump jet maintenance. Patient is healing nicely, should be falling off roofs again in a week. Poor guy not getting his buddy Victor. You gotta get Victor and his buddy together. I would like to stop lagging now, that would be really nice.
Ah, Pathfinder. I hear you're to thank for a physics-defying atmosphere processor.
That's me. I'm Ryder.
Hanley Abrams, Director of Scientific Research on EOS, and writer of papers that start what the hell weather. But, new galaxy, new world, and a really new start. Gotta keep up. How can I help you?
What kind of research are you working on?
Your basic first in scientific work, soil, water, atmospherics, plus studying remnant tech, because now I need to understand that to survive here.
Activating that vault changed the planet. Anything to worry about?
Considering it's world-altering technology we've never encountered before, I hope not. But the storms show no signs of returning, and I know who to contact for remnant tech support. I'll take it.
What do you make of Lieutenant Bradley?
Determined as hell, and he has incredible faith in us to get this done. Bradley would carry this outpost on his back if he had to, and we'll make sure he never has to.
I've got to go.
Keep up the good work.
Good talk, Abrams. Junseo Park.
Pathfinder, mind giving me your opinion on this? I'm planning classes for our first school, when we have one. Some say we shouldn't teach Milky Way history. All irrelevant now, apparently.
I disagree.
We were all shaped by that history. Our children deserve to know how and why.
Agreed. Maybe you'll change a few minds. Thanks for stopping.
If we're gonna, you don't really have a history to teach. Of course, you can teach this history as well, but there's not much. Like, if you're gonna have a history class, you gotta teach Earth history as well. How? What technology can do this so quickly? Neutralizing the radiation in the atmosphere without dramatic storm effects. Shit, the opposite. The weather's gone calm in the summer's day. That's unprecedented control over atmospheric pressure, gas mixture, temperature. What else? And where's the interaction? Miss the dogs. Walking them in the Shuttleport Park always helped me think through those problems. Forget side effects too. I should get a dog. Are there dogs? Got damn lucky with the conditions here. This is comparable to sea level Earth. Eos is drier, but within limits. Moisture is binding into the desert plants and soil more now, since the vault points to a species with the same air mix, temperature, gravitational comfort levels as us. Or is there another reason? Can't predict intent from results. Maybe Ryder's the one to figure out why. The how, that's my department. Lucky old Hanley, you wanted bigger things. You've sure got them now. Materials analysis of recovered firearms. Approved. Important. Waterborne bacteria study. Approved if you don't flush your work away. Color reactions and acuity insectoid wildlife. What? No, not approved, unless you're going to make them stop at a red light. Comparison of quantum initialized string effects to relativistic waveforms. This is gibberish. I'm not giving grants for the best word salad. Element 0 voltage resistance testing. Finally some real science. Approved. Nice. Just approving and disapproving the various things. Nice. Alright, we needed to head over to this building, and I think we've explored all the buildings now, so now it's just doing the quests and getting out of Prodromos as soon as possible, because I'm pretty sure that's where the lag's coming from. It's probably all the spaceships coming in and out, honestly. But I'm going to take a look at settings in between episodes and see if I can figure some stuff out. Watercourse Repair Team, Kane Fox Team Leader, Lorelei Smith, Water Pipes, Matthew Kineson, VI Reprogramming, Attachment Course, Weather Monitoring Device, Axel Jennings, Sale Varix, Jamie. Okay.
Work rosters. That datapad mentioned the name Jennings. Here, Axel Jennings. Assigned to set up weather monitoring devices all over the desert.
Only one location matches the sound from the medical equipment. A monolith.
Let's go.
But first, we must get to our car. Vroom vroom. Hello, my nomad. Alright, let's get out of here. Wait, we didn't go in these, did we? I don't think so. Maybe we started in these. It's very possible. But I'll check. We might have started in these, but I don't think so. Yale? Maybe.
Pathfinder?
Yeah, I remember Yale is Pathfinder. That's all I said. Nothing on the terminals. Alright, let's go. Hey, I just like to make sure that we snag everything. Nice turrets, my dudes! Can I scan those? No. Oh wait, I can. Turret, defense turret designated for... Come on. Whatever. I'm not that interested.
Detecting above normal radiation levels.
Yes, yes, I know. Get us up the hill, please.
Pathfinder. This area can be mined for resources.
Hard disagree.
Extract minerals via your mining interface.
There's literally no minerals to distract here. Distract? Extract. Alright, let's go fight terrible things.
No sign of that work crew, but someone left their gear behind.
Well, we're gonna go inspect it, not scan it. No, we're gonna go scan it.
Wait, I've got an open comm channel.
Easy money. Once the electrical charge builds up, we'll have ourselves some nice obedient remnant.
You better be sure this time, Jennings.
If you're that spooked, go hide behind the fort giant.
I didn't think it would cancel him talking just because I walked to the... Oh my god.
Gil has tuned the Nomad perfectly for EOS.
We're outfitted best we can be.
I wanted to check that out, but we only have a minute.
6 wheels off the ground.
Where are they at? How far away are they? Seriously, how far away are they? You expect me to get here in a minute? Four giants. Guess the Nomad. Good thing the Nomad's fast, right?
Help us! Please!
Oh yeah, we're here to help. Yeah, it's much laggier than it was earlier. I mean, you guys remember how it was playing earlier. This is like unplayable at this rate. Scan.
Loading ammo!
Alright, yeah, I am moving so slow with how much I'm lagging. Why? Looks like the wires in the back are this thing's weak spot. You guys are crazy. Alright, you bunch of idiots.
Great timing. Thanks for the assist.
Your experiment with the remnant didn't work out.
Huh. Okay, who squealed? Gasbrick? Yeah, I bet. These remnant could plow our fields, protect us from the Ket. You control them, why shouldn't we?
I have a super intelligent AI and enough experience with the remnant to be careful.
Jennings, this isn't working. We tried.
Fine. But you can't protect us all the time, Pathfinder. Out here, we need every edge we can get.
Sure, but you're being stupid about it. Like, I mean, really though, like you're being dumb. Can I open this? Why does it look like this opens? I guess there's not like an opening from this side or anything. Huh, weird. I wonder why it looks like it remains. You all good? You look like you're getting stuck down there. Alright, well. Let's see what else we got on our map after we... Okay. Research. Out here it's bad radiation, so we're gonna want to wait on that. %, viability is not bad. Let's go check out this thing, shall we?
Severe radiation alert, Pathfinder.
Not that way, then. Not that way. Maybe this way?
Pathfinder, this area can be mined for resources. You can extract minerals via your mining interface.
Okay. Let it go then.
I'm trying to look at the potential. In 50 years, this could be a beach vacation.
Eos will have holidays. Once we figure out the seasons.
Not exactly a Christmas-type planet.
Yet. Not exactly a Christmas-type planet. Yet. But in the future, perhaps. Jesus. That's supposed to, stuff's supposed to have gone away.
Recovery's a long-term process.
Hard lesson.
Oh wait, what's this?
Since we can't forget.
Should be a memorial or monument when there's time.
Radiation levels within acceptable limits. Life support is stable.
That's good. Don't mind me just crawling my way through here with 6-wheel drive. What in the world is up here? Something. A data pad? Chief Engineer Grace Leto, new entry, final entry. I'm closing muster point Delta and calling the evacuation complete. No one left is responding, I swear to them. Resume. Enough of that. I couldn't even finish one damn project that might have saved them. This rock beat us and I accept my part. Joining the last shuttle out, likely back into cryo. I won't be a drain if this is the long slide. But if there's a way to finish what we started, I'll be back. It's Chief Engineer Grace Leto, E97 Durango.
Recording initiative, cryo identification, E97 Durango. Chief Engineer Grace Leto.
Last one out during the evac.
She took risks and they didn't work. But nothing worked.
Gave it everything she could. Maybe that's all you can do.
How's this landing gonna work out? Ow. Oh, we're good. We're fine. Wasn't even close. No damage, no nothing. Alright, are we pretty much done with the stuff in this vicinity? It would appear that way. I mean, if I track that, those are all out there. We know that's in a bad spot for radiation. These are all claimed. Show legend, please. Monolith. Remnant area. Cave entrance. Alright. Well, let's head on back then. We can actually just extract from here. Do we want to do that? Yeah, let's do that.
Ascent is go.
Thanks,
Leaving
guys.
Atmo. All clear.
Good. We need to head back to Nexus. And check stuff out there for sure. We got lots to do on the Nexus, I do believe. I like how the rings like they move. Just like whoa. You guys can't see me. There's no webcam, but I'm doing like a thing where you connect your arms.
Before the
and go.
meeting gets started, I have bunk assignments for PB and Drac.
Already put my rucksack in the kitchen. I'll hang out there if that's okay.
And I'm in one of the escape pods. More my speed. That's fantastic. Welcome aboard. Any thoughts, Ryder?
Yeah.
This isn't a military vessel, but there need to be rules. Better to ask about protocol. Let's talk about our success on Eos. Besides establishing our first viable outpost, we did some amazing things. We discovered the Remnant and breached their vault.
And didn't get killed.
Overcame radiation poisoning a number of times.
And didn't die.
Confronted by Ket at every turn.
Once again, did not get killed.
You guys really need to raise the bar on what you call success.
Yeah, should we use the Krogan definition of success that got your homeworld nuked by your own people?
Fair enough.
Let's focus. Back to the task at hand. Looking forward.
Exactly. Here's my only question. When do we hit that next vault? It looked active. We have to get on that.
Hang on. We need to not go off half-cocked.
There are initiative priorities. The team calls the shots.
Actually, the Pathfinder calls the shots, just to be clear.
So what do you need from us, Ryder?
Me in my red jumpsuit.
Helios threw us for a loop. Meaning, we're kind of new at this. All of us. So let's figure out what the rules are now, and try to stick to them.
Sounds good.
If there's one thing I know I can do, it's make up rules.
No one said make up rules. Can we please keep anarchy to a minimum?
Okay, let's head back to the Nexus. PB, Drac, see Lexi for a physical. Good meeting, everyone.
Augmentations are rare materials that can be added to some blueprints. Items incorporating augments can be more powerful and behave differently. Press escape to learn more. Yup. Dude, it is so laggy. What the heck is going on? I want my jump jet on the ship, please. I feel like I need it. Let's check out our strike team missions. How did our mission do? Failure? What are you guys doing? You failed. You failures. Let's see here. So you are remnant specialists. That's what you do. I could recruit a new team for affording mission funds. I should probably do that. Recruited. Zulu, you're rugged and you're plus 10 poor effectiveness during poor weather conditions. Okay. Enemies everywhere. Bribe attempt and cat. Outlaw, alien presence, silent, deadly. We're gonna do this one. Cause that's an apex mission. Good luck. Let's see. If I wanted to select you, what if I wanted to send a strike team? You'd have a 70% chance of success. Or if I wanted to send also a 70% chance of success. Alright, you know what? If you got a 70% chance of success on the one that gives a better reward, go for it. Good luck. Good luck, team.
So we have a stowaway.
You mean PB?
She's decided to set up in one of the escape pods. You don't need a psychologist to tell you that one's got commitment issues.
How do you think the crew is holding up?
I'm happy to share what I can without violating patient confidentiality. Anyone in particular? I sort them in their files and my brain by species.
Is PB all right?
She's avoiding me. Probably thinks I'll poke her with a needle if she gets too close.
To be fair, you're always giving me shots.
Not in the hallway.
Tell me about Vetra.
Vetra's used to having someone depend on her. I think that's why she's so resourceful and likes providing for other people. That being said, I think she could use a little me time.
How's our Solarian?
He's quite the gossip. Tight-lipped about himself, though.
Is Drac good?
That old bastard's always good. I've never met anyone who can be so stubborn and so appreciative. Could you look out for him, Ryder?
Don't worry, Lexi. I'll keep an eye on him.
Thank you. And maybe don't mention I asked?
Thanks for the insight. How do you think the crew is holding up?
I'm happy. Anyone in particular? I sort them in their files and my brain by species. Just easier for me to see patterns in behavior.
How do you think the human crew members are handling things?
There's a lot of them.
Gil?
Gil likes to use humor as a defensive technique. He'd rather bury himself in the Nomad than tackle emotions head-on.
Suvi okay?
She's remarkably adaptive. I'm kind of jealous.
How's Liam?
A handful. Every time I patch him up, he breaks something new. Liam's "we can't lose" attitude is commendable. But I worry how he'll react when something does go wrong.
How's Cora doing?
She's processing. Your father was her mentor. She expected to follow in his footsteps, but he gave the role of Pathfinder to you. Just because she trusts his judgment doesn't mean she's not confused. Or hurt.
Thanks for the insight. How did you get into medicine?
My mum was a dancer on Omega. Dad was a bouncer. I'd patch him up after busy nights. Discovered I had steady hands. They put every credit they earned into my education.
Are they here in Helios?
No. Both died in a turf war. Made leaving the Milky Way behind easier.
I'll let you get back to it.
I'll be here if you need me.
Thanks, Lexi. How you doing, little pie Jack?
Hey, little guy.
He's a good boy.
Report from the Nexus. Population's growing as people wake up. Lots of hopefuls waiting for a home.
Bradley will have all the help he can take.
They'll be starting crops soon. Can't tell if they have enough water or too much. I grew up on a little cargo freighter. Only saw gardens in vids, but I always loved them. I daydreamed about planting a big rose garden when we got here and still imagine it sometimes. Roses in Helios.
Let's get everyone fed before we start flower gardens.
Fair. But everyone around here has dreams. I didn't for a while. After I left the Asari Commandos, well, I didn't leave. My mentor, Nasira, said I should go.
Why?
The initiative would suit you better, was all she said. Being a huntress suited me fine, but she insisted.
It sounds like she cared more about what you needed than about what you wanted.
I didn't need to be rejected. Still, that's familiar. When your biotics are honed into huntress-grade weapons, people can be weird about it. The initiative seemed better. Just didn't see how I'd fit into their brave new galaxy. I never fit anywhere before. Then I met some jerk named Ryder. Talked about traveling to Andromeda like he was teaching you how to see it.
What part of that vision made you want to take the plunge?
A civilization where everyone had a place, even AI, or an overpowered human biotic. Your father said, I get being different. Now imagine being welcome and making others like you welcome too. When I was 13, I could warp a steel girder. He made me wonder, what if someone had told me that's okay?
He gave you a dream to work toward. He was good at that.
Who doesn't want to belong? Especially somewhere like the Initiative. So I gave the Initiative my all. Kept thinking of the niche I wanted. My rose garden. I thought I knew what I was going to be.
This is about not taking over as Pathfinder?
Didn't think it would still sting. Nasira, your father, even my parents. They leave, I'm left without answers. Nowhere to stand.
I get that. We've all had a lot of disappointments lately.
You're doing well. For having no training, being your second isn't so bad. And if that remnant tech pays off, maybe someday I'll have roses too.
Maybe. Don't hate me, I'm sorry. You'll bye, Jake. Sorry, I missed out on your pet. Oh, can't pet you again? Fine, don't want to pet you again. Be mad about it. Nothing in here, alright. That's the elevator. I'll be going down soon, don't worry. We're just checking out everybody again.
Those remnant vaults, all those secrets. I have to go exploring in one someday.
Imagine flying through one. Now that would be a real hazard course.
Is that foreshadowing?
Hello, Gil. When are you cleaning up that repair on the sensor console?
I'm not. It's a redesign.
A redesign? Without a trained crew?
I'm trained and it's working great. Don't be so uptight.
Everything okay?
Oh, fine. Fine. Don't worry about it.
It's a redesign. Calm down.
Scans of the Scourge. All that dark energy twisting and turning on itself. It's splendid.
It's dangerous. And that's all I see. A mass of destructive, malevolent tentacles.
I can appreciate the colours of a coral snake while recognising that I wouldn't want to get close. Helios is incredible, isn't it? Not just constructs like the Scourge and the Remnant Vaults. Just all of it. So alien. A constant reminder of the divine intelligence behind all creation.
You mean a god?
Yes, I believe in a higher power. I know it's a little odd, but I am a scientist because science brings me closer to something greater than myself.
There's nothing about the universe that suggests a divine intelligence. And most of what we've seen in Helios is artificial, as you said yourself.
Yes, but we're creative beings. Whoever made the Remnant was too. Why should that be proof against a god? Wouldn't a true creator want to pass on the drive to invent?
You are welcome to your beliefs. It's good to have different voices on the team.
Excellent. Oh, speaking of the team, I should update the folks back in the Nexus with the latest reports. We'll talk later.
We'll talk later, Suvi. New emails? Whoa. Yes. Data cores. PB, hey Ryder, hope it's okay that I'm keeping this data core in my room. My escape pod, I guess, just like to ponder things before bed. The best ideas come to me when I have sleep. Also, I saw it first. Anyway, we know for sure that there's going to be some sort of data, and the trick is how to get it. I'll keep you updated. Yoga poses from Lexi. Given the high amount of impact cardio in your exercise routine, I recommend spending 5 to 10 minutes a day stretching to open your hips and relieve tightness in the lower back. The poses I've listed below should do nicely. Not to sound elitist, but while it's true humans invented yoga, the Asari perfected it. Currents bow. Standing, spread your legs apart, turning 1 foot outward. Take a deep breath on the exhale. Bend your torso towards your outward facing foot. Just a lot of different poses. Please let me know if you need diagrams or vids. In case you're interested, attachment from Krogan, Fertility and Aggression Writer. Attaches my Krogan thesis that I mentioned to you. I know. Only 500 pages, but I wasn't allowed to go over. If you go through it, I wrote a longer dissertation for the Citadel Journey of Medicine, around 1,400 pages. It's much more insightful and includes mating diagrams. Drac, Vedra told me what happened to your dad. I've lost a lot of people over the years. For you to use some cheering up or at least some distraction. This usually helped me. Drac has attached 37 images of various rifles and shotguns. 2 are duplicate images, many are low res or watermarked. Spirituality. Dear writer, I'm grateful for our talk earlier, even if we ended up disagreeing. Debate can be invigorating. You're the boss, Fetcher. Pathfinder thought I ought to clarify. I know I said something about back channels doing what I have to do. Being on the Nexus during the bad times, a lot of us got used to the ugly things because survival just isn't pretty. But at the end, I'm here to help you, so if there's anything you don't like, I won't do it. Simple as that. Proud to be here. Liam, hey Pathfinder, just hitting the point again. This point again. Our team, no place I'd rather be. Here's where we get to fix things. Soon as we have the people on the ground, I'll have eyes on how to get them just what they need. This sort of just make it happen is why I joined the hustle. And exactly why I came here. I will do it. Costa. Liam's included a list of media themed to frontiers. Genres include Western, space operas, and oddly Turian historical dramas. Tempest Tax. Callow. Hello, Ryder. I'm pleased to report the Tempest is operating at peak efficiency, so now that you're in command, I thought I'd share a few secret shipboard hacks. The designers and I sneaked under code. Just send the code JCSB through your Omni tool and open the debug command menu. You have all to spend. Lets you use the coffee dispenser in the galley an unlimited number of time. Water temp override. Overrides the normal hot water ration in the showers. Jump wash queue. Put your clothing ahead of everyone else's in the auto laundry cycle. Enjoy and don't hear them around. That vault. Cora still can still smell that remnant vault on my armor. A lot of weird shit down there. Like my Huntress manuals would say, that razor's edge between known and unknown teaches you what can be cut away. Now that I think back, it reminded me a little bit of some of the temples in Thessia. Same huge spaces and running water. Same sense of huge purpose you can't really understand. Makes me wonder if we'll ever really know what their builders did here. Reminder, Cora, hey, thanks for talking things feel better, though they don't feel fixed yet. Remember to take your time for yourself too. Work's important, but so is time to grieve. Grief and fear cannot rule you. Let them be your faithful servants, protective of their mistress. Loss serves a huntress like fuel serves fire. Cora. P.S. Plants are coming along. Sam and I learning about botany together. Interesting times. Brothers McCoy, Nigel McCoy, dear Pathfinder Writer, my brother Josh, my best friend. It still pains me that he's gone, that we won't build a future here in Andromeda together, but knowing that our family pendants are united does my heart good. When my wife and I settle here and start a family, our firstborn will carry my brother's name, and hopefully he or she will be my new best friend. My sincerest hope to accompany you and your team. Asking for assistance, Dr. Eridana. Hello, Ryder. Forgive the intrusion. I have an issue that you and your Sam might be able to readily solve. I may assist my investigations into the Scourge. We can discuss it in person in the Nexus Lab. My best regards to you and Sam. Heartfelt thanks. Dr. Adriana. The families of the Lost Expedition asked me to convey their appreciation for you finding their loved ones. Always difficult when we lose people, but knowing what happened to them and helping them mourn, I hope your next excursion has a happier ending. Whoa. That was a lot of stuff.
You're setting up in here, huh?
Yeah, I'm going through what we got out of that vault. If I can crack this data storage box, it'll help with a personal project back on the Nexus. This is a nice, out-of-the-way place where I can tinker, and I can sleep anywhere. It's not exactly homey, but I like that about it. Not really looking for a home. Oh, but I will help you find everyone a home. While I'm with you, at least.
Should I consider you a temporary addition?
Everything's temporary, Ryder. I get it. You want to know who's on your ship, so you're here to figure out what makes me tick, right?
Something like that? Sure.
Well, I was born in a log cabin on rural Haitiana to simple but loving parents, just trying to... I look forward, not back, Ryder. Why snooze through my life story? Get to know me out in the field while we're uncovering the mysteries of this galaxy. That's why I'm here. Got tired of yawning back home.
Tackling complete strangers in the Milky Way wasn't doing it for you?
I think tackling you anywhere would be fun. Did I say that out loud? Life won't be boring with you around. I may never yawn again.
You left everything and everyone you knew because you were bored?
No, I came with someone I knew. Then she got bored with me. Ryder, the Milky Way was so... been there, done that. Even if I hadn't done it, someone had. If there's one thing you should know about me, it's that I live for the unknown. For the never been done.
That's just the one thing you want me to know about you.
Let's start with that then. Buy me a drink sometime. Who knows what will spill out of my mouth. Tell you what, I need remnant scrap. Remtech, I call it. For projects like the one I mentioned, which you're gonna love, by the by. Promise to bring me what you scrounge, and I'll submit to all your questions.
Remtech, huh? You got it.
I got some Remtech, I think. You want some?
You again. Want to hear more about my childhood log cabin?
You really won't tell me what you're working on?
That's right. Next question.
What was it like for you on the Nexus?
Well, I wasn't supposed to be woken up yet. A resourceful accomplice finagled my early thaw. So I kind of lived off the grid. Snuck around, bullshitted my way onto excursions off station. After I found my first remnant ruin, I started, borrowing shuttles. After that, I didn't spend much time on the Nexus. I even missed most of the revolt.
What does someone have to do to get you to flirt with them?
Not much at all. But I get a little extra jolt when I'm matched wink for wink. So just be yourself and the flirts will flow.
You mentioned you came to Andromeda with someone?
Nothing gets by you. Guess that's why you're the Pathfinder. Just a friend. The one who woke me up early. But now she's not even that. It's better to venture into the unknown without restraints or entanglements, don't you think?
I don't know. Don't friends and loved ones make all the effort worthwhile?
I've always been self-motivated. Don't need much more than curiosity to drive me forward.
So how do you like the team?
Interesting bunch. I get a good feeling from Vetra. Not your typical military-minded Turian. Liam seems a lively one. I expect he'll surprise me. Drek is, well, old. Wonder if he can still learn new tricks.
What about...
Gil smacks of complication. Might take some unraveling. Callow and Suvi seem busy. I hope they aren't all work, work, work. Who's left?
Well, there's...
Oh, right, Cora. What's her deal? Is she as prim and proper as she comes across?
She's exactly what she should be. Capable, reliable. She's a valuable part of my team.
Sure. That comes across too.
There's also Lexi, our doctor. She's an Asari.
Oh, I'll get around to her. All in all, seems like a decent bunch.
What drew you to the Remnant?
Are you kidding? It's evidence of a sophisticated species no one knows anything about. It doesn't get more intriguing than that. There's so much to discover. I want to be the first to figure them out. And the tech, it's on a different scale. If we can appropriate it, who knows what advances we'll make.
You're off the hook, BB. Good luck with your project.
Thanks. Don't be a stranger.
Don't plan on it. Okay, we standing a little close there, Ryder. Don't know where that will just yet. Calm down, buddy. I am lagging so much. Alright, guys. I think that's going to do it for this episode. I'm going to finish up talking to people in the next one. See you guys then. Peace. Hey, I hope you enjoyed the video. If you did, make sure to hit that like button. If you've got anything to say, go to the comments below. And if you haven't yet, hit that subscription button and the bell. If you want to see more, check out this video down here. Thank you so much for watching. Peace.